Hey everybody, GP here again from omschool.ca and another tapping video for you, this time about self-judgment. Just start tapping as I'm talking and I'll let you know if and when we start into some traditional call and response tapping. Self-judgment is something we learn to do early on. But actually, learning is the wrong word because we're too young for that. We're trained. Your nervous system is trained. The nervous system is like any other animal on the planet. It just gets trained. Like you're training a dog. The dog isn't conscious of the training. It's not discerning whether or not it's going to like the training or not. It's just getting trained. When we're little, we're like that. We are just picking up from the environment all the cues we need in order to stay safe, get our needs met to the degree that we can. Now, when our parents are judgmental or critical, even mildly, we pick that up. We don't feel good about it. We even feel afraid because we're completely dependent on them. And so the judging words of our parents become that self-judgmental or self-critical and even self-hating voice inside. Because when you're just being your natural self, which we all are, and your parents don't like it, which oftentimes they don't, then the result is that your natural self is going to be unacceptable and therefore dangerous. The nervous system develops the self-critical voice to keep you in line, to make sure your behavior continues to conform to what is expected, because that's how you get your needs met, you get a roof over your head, you don't get yelled at, you get things that you need. That's where it came from. Now, can you notice that it's not your voice? It was programmed into you, but it's been there so long that we've just gotten so used to it that we think, that's my voice. All right, start tapping with me. Even though I've got this self-critical, self-judging voice in my head, I'm open to the possibility that it's not mine. And I could let it go now. So even though I've got this self-judging voice, sometimes really nasty, and it feels as if it's needed, I'm really open to the possibility that I don't need it at all. And I can let it go. So even though there's this harsh, self-judgmental voice in my head, it doesn't mean it's my voice. And maybe, just maybe, I can love and accept myself just as I am, without judgment. Let's tap through the points. Accepting myself as I am, without judgment. Nah, that's not possible. I need that judging voice, or I'll do terrible, terrible things. I've never really scrutinized that. Would I? Do I really need this critical inner judge in order to be a good person? In order to be honest and moral? In order to care for others? Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't need that voice. Maybe it's not even my voice. Just because it's in my head doesn't mean I invited it. Doesn't mean I approve of it being there. What if it's possible that I could simply let it go? Not fight with it. That doesn't work. Right? Try to force it to think differently. That doesn't work either. But just recognize that it's not true. And what if it's really not true? If it's true, I'm stuck with it. I got to do it. That's the way it is, and I've lived with it this long. But what if it isn't? What if there isn't anything I need to be severely judged about? Sure, maybe I need some correction, but I don't need to be vilified. I don't need to be demeaned. Maybe I can just be good on my own merit. Maybe I do not need this judging voice. If I do, I accept it. If I really need that, in order to keep myself on the straight and narrow path, then okay. If that's true, well, the truth kind of holds all the cards. But if it isn't true, and it was just the way I was treated a long time ago that got stuck, then I'm choosing now, right now, to just let it go. To just have it completely removed from my entire nervous system. Top to bottom. From every bone and fiber in my body. From every chromosome on every strand of DNA. Going as far back in time as this might have gone. And adjusting the whole trajectory of my future. Letting all of it go. Thank you. Thank you to my nervous system. What an amazing job you did of keeping me safe. Of making sure this was enforced. What if we don't need it anymore? What if you can just drop all of that? Maybe just a little at a time. Maybe you're not sure about it. Let's just open up and find out. Just a little. I mean, you sure know how to shut me down. If I do something really horrible, just shut me down. But maybe we'll both find out that it's actually safe to just be myself. It's safe to just relax. It's safe to make a mistake without fear of punishment. It's safe to really learn and grow. Thank you for taking such good care of me all these years. And I know you'll take great care of me now. As we just remove all of this guilt and shame and judgment and criticism, just remove it completely. Thank you. I love you. Maybe you also know that it's really important in this work to establish a really loving relationship. You know, we run into resistance about things and stuff comes up and the judgmental thoughts, we get really harsh, not just on ourselves, but on the whole energy system that's just been trained to keep you safe. If we can acknowledge that and say, thank you. Wow, you did a great job. Now let's have you do the job differently. Can't you just feel the spaciousness of that, the open-heartedness of that? And friends, I've said it a million times, the only thing that really heals everything, even the worst traumas, the worst karmic patterns, is unconditional love. Love for yourself and all of this incredible magical functioning that is the human life with complete equanimity and compassion and acceptance, which is also the way you come to accept yourself. Thank you. I will see you in other videos and in some of my workshops. Until later, namaste. Hello everyone, and thank you for listening to this all the way to the end. I rely a lot on donations to help me put all this stuff on. I do it all myself. I keep expenses to a very bare minimum. So if you would find it in your heart to help me continue making these videos, please visit patreon.com/gpwalsh and make any kind of donation you possibly can, because all of it really helps. And I'll see you with more videos on all sorts of different wonderful things for the heart. Namaste.